The has-been is dead. Long live the franchise. Hey, Dick. Woo!
Championship Wrestling. I am Joey Styles, and what a program we have for you this week. We're going to announce the main event for the November to Remember Saturday night, November 5th at the ECW Arena, as the franchise Shane Douglas will defend the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. Also, tonight's program, the televised main event, one-on-one, two wrestlers who have battled their way into the upper echelon of Extreme Championship Wrestling. On one side, the international superstar, Chris Benoit, who gave Sabu the fight of his life, and we'll see highlights of that match tonight as well, goes one-on-one with the Tasmanian Suplex Machine, a man who is preparing for his first sanctioned matchup with the Shooter D. Malenko. It's the Tasmaniac and Chris Benoit one-on-one here tonight. We'll also see the controversial in-ring return of the Iron Man, Tommy Cairo, from just a few nights ago, and it's a different Tommy Cairo, to say the least. But right now, we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to ringside because we may not have royalty in ECW. We don't have a king and some wheezy and sleazy midgets, but we've got a Shaw. The Shaw of Extreme Championship Wrestling. Hack Myers is set to face Too Cold Scorpio. Let's go down to the ring.
Wrestling fans, from the last house on the left, he weighs 246 pounds. Hack Myers. From Denver, Colorado, he weighs 235 pounds. This is Too Cold Scorpio.
Scorpio and Born Again are taking it to the extreme. Let's get comments from the former clown.
Oh, Scorpio, a bit of advice. Learn to control your temper. Learn to control your emotions, because your aggression level, whoa, is sky high. And I'm responsible. Yes, I understand I'm responsible, but I'm really sorry, okay? I was just feeling a little anxiety, you know. I mean, it comes and goes all the time, and I just wanted to share myself with you. You know, a little male bonding. Come on there, buddy. I know it hurts, doesn't it? But heck, I know what that hurt feels like. I've felt it for a long time. So maybe, just to do it, hey, I think it'll make a man out of you. If it doesn't make a man out of you, it'll probably make a clown out of you anyway. Okay. But what you're doing is you're feeling the pain. That's okay. What you gonna do? Because I feel good about it. I don't care how you feel. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you come at me with, because I'm like born again.
There's the bell. We're ready for action. And Born Again, this guy really was the inspiration for Rubber Roots. Hack Myers and Too Cold Scorpio jockeying for position in the corner. Now, Hack Myers may want to join Born Again in one of those Rubber Roots. Doesn't look that stable either. Scorpio tying up Hack Myers. Myers looking for a way out. Reverses it. Scorpio with a nice rollout into an arm wringer. He is just so quick. Well placed elbow by Myers. Scorpio is now unloading on Hack Myers, but you could bet he was wishing it was Scorpio. Roll up. 2 and 2.5. Hack Myers able to get his shoulders up. Wait a minute. Well, this one is broken down in a hurry from a wrestling match into a street brawl, and quite frankly, that's the way Hack Myers likes it. And Hack Myers taking over on Scorpio. Reversal on the Irish whip. Scorpio misses, goes face first into the top turnbuckle, and Myers sends him up and over and to the floor. Scorpio seems a bit off his game. You've got to think that entire incident with the clown mask at the hands of Born Again is having some sort of psychological effect on Scorpio. He's not as sharp as he usually is. He looks to be just a beat off here against Hack Myers. Get up! And Scorpio sends Myers to the floor. And here comes Scorpio. Scorpio off the ropes again, up and over the top with the punch on top of Hack Myers. And Scorpio lands on his feet. And he is thinking Born Again. Face first goes Myers into our timekeeper's table. Scorpio cinches up Myers. Can't get him over. Myers trying to block the suplex, blocks it twice. The two exchanging punches again. And Myers gets the best of that exchange. Standing drop kick by Tuco. Scorpio make it 2. Scooping a slam on Hack Myers. Scorpio wasting no time. He's going to the top. There's the splash. 1, 2, and 2.5. Hack Myers kicks out. What elevation by Scorpio. Hack Myers surprising me with some great offense. Well-placed elbow by Scorpio. Don't forget our television main event this week. The Tasmaniac will go one-on-one with Chris Benoit. Can't wait for that one. Should be a classic. Hack Myers drops the leg across the back of the head on Scorpio. Scorpio's throat draped across that bottom rope. And I can't believe the time Scorpio is having with Hack Myers. Well, I don't know what Hack Myers was going for, but Scorpio wanted no part of it. Scorpio is saying that is all. He wants to put an end to this, but he does not look like himself. I have to believe he is preoccupied with Born Again. Scorpio going to the top. This will be the distant don't miss. The 1.5. The Scorpio splash. Count of 1. Count of 2. 3 count. 2 count. Scorpio gets the victory. And that man is no clown. It's been a turbulent year for the Public Enemy, from rags to riches, from the streets to stardom. Flyboy Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge became the ECW Tag Team Champions, only to be upset by the makeshift tag team of Cactus Jack and Mikey Whipwreck. And things have not gotten any easier for the Public Enemy, because at this year's November to Remember, beginning Friday night, November 4th in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, the Public Enemy will face Jason's Pitbulls, and regardless of the outcome of that matchup, the very next evening, Saturday night, November 5th, at the ECW Arena, Rock and Grunge will attempt to regain what was once theirs, the ECW Tag Team titles, as they face Cactus Jack and Mikey Whipwreck. It's the Brawl Game, a match designed by the Public Enemy, and it's this simple. The match will go on until one team knocks out a member of the other team for a 10 count. At that point, the baseball bat comes into play, and it is legal. It is the brawl game, the Public Enemy versus Cactus Jack and Mikey Whipwreck. And we've got comments via Hoodie Cam. Flyboy Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge are standing by, and they mean business.
Bow wow wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay. Bow wow wow, yippee-yo. Bow wow wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay. Bow wow wow, yippee-yo. Ain't nothing but the dog in me. And speaking of dogs, Rocco, I got 2 dogs right now. And I'm talking to you, pit bulls. Pit bulls! Yeah, you ran through all the talent here in ECW. So now it's time to face the big dogs. And you're in our doghouse. Talking about Flyboy Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge. November 4th, Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Pit bull dogs, get ready to walk the walk. And the next night, Johnny, the next night, something I've been waiting for so long, so long. And do you know what, Johnny? What's that, Rocco? Cactus Jack, Mikey Whipwreck, you stole our pride. You stole everything we worked for in the last 9 months. Do you think you could take a couple of homies like us and diss us and get away with it? You're gonna be sorry you even saw the ECW arena. You're gonna be sorry you even walked and stepped in a wrestling ring. Cause when we get done with you, tell them, Johnny. Tell them, Cactus Johnny. Jack, take a good look. Turn and look, Rocco. You're looking at the Mac Daddies of violence. And we be the Mac Daddies of the Mac Daddy. You're looking at the two-peat ECW Tag Team Champions, because we're walking out November 5th. What belongs to us? Take the pictures, shine them up, because they're coming home to the Public Enemy. Peace. We're out of here.
The Public Enemy is ready to play ball, but nevertheless, the hottest topic of conversation in ECW today is, of course, the Sandman's injury and retirement. And recently we asked you, the fans, to give your comments, your feelings regarding the Sandman situation on the hardcore phone line. Here now are your comments.
Hey, let me tell you, Sandman, yeah, I feel sorry for him. But he shouldn't feel that bad, because Dreamer's going to fight for Sandman. And he's going to pulverize that jerk Tommy Cairo. And by the way, I think Woman's going to manage Dreamer. That's my opinion, you hear?
I don't know why Tommy Dreamer feels so bad. The Sandman would have done it to him. Besides, Woman stirred this whole mess up anyway.
No, Sandman wrong.
You people nuts. Take it from a woman's point of view. I think Woman's behind this whole thing. I got it figured out that wench is going to manage Cairo.
I saw what happened to the Sandman. I thought it was funny. As a matter of fact, I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh, can someone do me a big favor? Give Woman my phone number. I know she'd love to manage me. Oh, by the way, my name is Tommy Cairo. Hey, man. What happened to the Sandman was a tragedy. And that Cairo, what a jerk. Messing around like that with the stick in the eye. What an idiot. I hope something bad happens to him. Hey, man, I feel really sorry for what happened to the Sandman. I hope he makes it back one day. What happened to Sandman was not Tommy Dreamer's fault. Hope the Sandman makes it back into the ring one day. And Woman, you can tell what kind of a woman she is. She already has someone to manage. The Sandman is going to come back one day and kick everybody's butt. And my man Tommy Dreamer, he's going to take over for the Sandman. And as for Woman, I don't care who she's going to manage. I hope Dreamer canes her. ECW! ECW! ECW!
You see, it all started at Hostile City Showdown, when Cactus Jack came riding into the ECW arena on the Ted Turner Express, made contact with all of the hardcores, and gave them his immortal blessing. Bang, bang. Except Cactus Jack met his match. in the form of the most suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying athlete that has ever graced the squared circle, my man, Sabu. And Cactus Jack not only went down 1, 2, 3 to Sabu, he ended up in the hospital. So Cactus Jack quit WCW and came to ECW and said, I'm here for revenge. Bang, bang! I'm here to exact a toll on Sabu. And you finally got your Duke, didn't you, Cactus Jack? No. You didn't beat Sabu. You did something a whole lot worse. See, Sabu had you psyched out, my man. Sabu had you primed for defeat again. And then everything went wrong. The fine automobile racing around the Indy 500 track finally crashed. You know about pain, Cactus Jack, don't you? The pain you felt when you had your teeth knocked down your throat? The pain you felt when you had your ear ripped off? That's the type of pain Sabu felt when he broke 3 of his ribs. Not because it was physical pain. He can deal with that. It's because of the pain that he had thinking he was going to lose to you. That he was going to lose the title of being the most suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying athlete on this planet. And you see, Sabu rather die than give that up to you. And think of this, Cactus Jack. If he died to keep that title, what would he do to you to keep it away from you? So Sabu beats Cactus Jack, and everybody says that Sabu is still ahead of the game. But oh, how wrong we all were. Because you see, by beating Cactus Jack, Sabu cost himself his match with Chris Benoit. And I don't mean cost himself a match in the fact that he didn't win the match. I mean he cost himself a match with Chris Benoit. Because by breaking 3 ribs, there was no way Sabu was in any kind of condition to enter the ring with a man as merciless, a man as conditioned, as great an athlete as Chris Benoit. So I went up to Chris Benoit, and I said, hey, Benoit, I know you like a good challenge. Of being the manager of the most suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying athlete on the face of this planet. After about a year, you think you've seen it all. I've seen it all. I've seen Sabu dive off balconies. I've seen him go through tables. I've seen him take a chair and smash another man's face into oblivion. I've seen him do things to himself to injure his opponent that I wouldn't think of in my wildest dreams, that even Dr. Kevorkian would go, whoa, wait a minute, fella. But I thought I saw it all. Until Sabu came down the aisle that night at the ECW arena. 3 broken ribs, could barely breathe. And I said, no way, man. You can't fight Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, I'll tell you this. As CEO of the Dangerous Alliance, I have managed some of the finest athletes in the history of this sport, and Chris Benoit is 200% better than almost any man I've ever met. And Sabu, on that night at the ECW arena, was only 5% of what he's capable of. But 5% of Sabu is still twice as much as 200% of any other man. To my knees, and I begged Sabu, please, discretion is the better part of valor. Live to fight another day. Give it up. Stay outside the ring. Stay down. Stay down. Take a count out. Get disqualified. Pop the referee right in the mouth. Let me come in with the phone man. Let me send in 911. But no. See, that's not the type of man, that's not the type of beast that Sabu is. He thrives on the competition that only a man like Chris Benoit can bring him. But sooner or later, with 3 broken ribs, with an injury as severe as Sabu's... I blame everyone in my life, and society in particular, for the type of man that I turned out to be. I don't blame the referee. I think he made the proper call. I agree with the referee's judgment on this one. Because you see, just 30 minutes earlier, on that very same night at the ECW arena, we saw the Singapore cane come right across the Sandman's eye. We saw a human being blinded. We saw a man lose his eyesight. We saw a grown man, an adult, lose his whole career just like that. So here's the referee, after seeing the Sandman get carted out of the arena, put into an ambulance and taken to a hospital, after seeing the blood in the dressing room, after seeing everybody hover over this guy crying, Tommy Dreamer saying, "I'm sorry," to everybody that would listen, 30 minutes later, Sabu comes off the top rope, Benoit gets his knees up, Sabu hits his ribs, and the internal bleeding just starts pouring out of his mouth. What would you have done? Would you have been so heartless, so merciless to say, "Hey, we're ECW, we are extreme, we are hardcore, let the guy go till he dies"? Sabu lives to fight another day. He wanted to go on. I pleaded and begged the referee to stop the match, and he finally did, at the right time. Me, I'd never let Sabu get in the ring, but the referee made that judgment call too. And when he felt it went too far, he stopped the match. On November 4th, on the first night of the November to Remember, Cactus Jack has his match. Falls Count Anywhere, a match which Cactus Jack cannot be defeated in. And Cactus Jack now comes for revenge against Sabu. Well, I tell you what, my man, Sabu's coming for revenge against you. See, because Sabu's gonna do anything, and I do mean anything, to give you the ultimate defeat, because you cost him his match. You cost him his opportunity to fight Chris Benoit. What better way to get revenge against Cactus Jack than to beat him at his own game? And on Friday night, November 4th, on the first night of the ECW November to Remember Part 2, you're gonna go down, Cactus Jack. And even if you don't, it's no strike against Sabu, because nobody expects him to beat you in your match. And it's your chance finally to put Sabu's shoulders down 1, 2, 3, but keep this in mind. Either way, no matter what kind of injury Sabu suffers in that match against you, the Master of the Falls Count Anywhere match, he's coming to the ECW arena the next night, and they can't stop the match for blood. They can't stop the match for internal bleeding. They can't stop the match on a countout, can't stop them on disqualification. It can only end on a positive finish, pinfall or submission. Finally, we get to see Sabu versus Chris Benoit, mano a mano, one-on-one. We get to see what type of man Chris Benoit is, and don't bitch about it, Benoit. Don't tell everybody how, oh, I wish I had my match with Sabu last time, because you've had 30 more days to train, 30 more days to prepare, 30 more days to get in shape, 30 more days to enjoy the anticipation of your ultimate opponent, Sabu. The most suicidal, the most homicidal, the most genocidal athlete that has ever been put on this earth. And at the November to Remember, you're going to see exactly how death-defying Sabu can be. Because whether it be Cactus Jack on the first night or Chris Benoit on the second, I promise you this: if you miss the November to Remember, starring Sabu, it will be a regret you will never, ever forget.
Oh, yes, baby. Oh, I know you're just as happy as I am that you're lying here next to me. Oh, I just love your curves. And you feel so warm. Oh, yes. I am so happy that you're here at my home watching me on television. Aren't you? Oh, hi. This is Jason, the sexiest man on earth and your ECW television heavyweight champion. How do you like my Palace of Sin? You know, as the world turns, it revolves around many, many important things. But my world, personally, revolves only but around one most important thing in my entire life. This championship belt means more now to me than anything that I've ever owned. And you know, like a smart person, like a smart businessman, like any smart person, you buy insurance for valuable things. But for this belt, this belt is not insured by Prudential, no. It's not insured by Allstate, no. It's not even insured by Lloyd's of London. No. This belt is insured by the most lethal athlete in the ECW today. The shooter, Dean Malenko. existence only revolves around the necessity of me. You know, it's a very well-known fact that here in the ECW, I'm a most eligible bachelor. So to all you persons out there that want to date me, I need to tell you one thing. I would actually be cheating on my honey. You know, you would be nothing more than merely a mistress to me. Because there's only one thing that I lust in my life over. And it's this ECW television heavyweight title. Which brings me to the subject of Taz. You know, Taz, you're really, really beginning to annoy me, and you're really, really beginning to worry me. The fact that you're trying to take my shooter right out of the picture really has me concerned. I mean, me being left alone with my belt without the shooter. No, Taz. I doubt very much that that's gonna happen. So, Taz, at the November to Remember, I want you to remember only one thing. I guarantee you that my shooter, with his expertise, is gonna take you out, right out of the picture. And when you are down and out, I'm actually gonna wiggle my hips over you. I'm gonna look down on you and ask you but one question. How do you like your ECW television heavyweight champion?
Right here last week on Extreme Championship Wrestling, the Iron Man Tommy Cairo decided to save a few bucks on his psychotherapy bills by getting everything off his chest via satellite on the air in regards to the Sandman. Well, since that point, the Iron Man has made his return to the ring, facing one half of the ECW Tag Team Champions, Mikey Whipwreck, and I think we're about to see Mr. Cairo's attitude hadn't improved much.
Tommy Cairo is trying to blind Mikey Whipwreck, sticking his fingers in Whipwreck's eyes. Cairo knocked down the referee. He has gone berserk. Cairo's gonna cane. Oh, here comes Tommy Dreamer. And Cairo are going at it with the Singapore canes. Dreamer ducked that one, thank heaven. Dreamer's caning Cairo. Mikey's holding back Dreamer. Dreamer fights for the Sandman. TV main event time. The Tasmaniac squaring off with Chris Benoit. But how about Iron Man Tommy Cairo? I don't know what has gotten into him, but trying to blind Mikey Whipwreck. Thank heaven for Tommy Dreamer making the save for Mikey Whipwreck. Who knows what that scene could have gotten ugly. As we change gears here to what should be a great scientific matchup between two international superstars in Chris Benoit and the Tasmaniac, who just throws off Chris Benoit like a junior heavyweight. Benoit impressed but not intimidated by the Tasmaniac. He's seen it all. And once again, the Tasmaniac throwing Benoit. backing up the Tasmaniac.
Come on, Benoit. Get it out of here. Come on, let's go.
Benoit really laying in those chops. Reversal on the Irish whip. Textbook belly-to-belly suplex by the Tasmaniac. And nobody, but nobody, can suplex an opponent like Taz. Benoit goes underneath. Tasmaniac downstairs. Benoit now, up on the shoulders. Goes behind into a roll-up, 2 count only. What wrestling by Chris Benoit. Standing drop kick by Benoit. He's so quick. Look out, Benoit slides into the Tasmaniac. And Taz hits the steel. He's up already, though. Taz ducks out of the way of that one. He's back in the ring. He's behind Benoit. German suplex by Chris Benoit. Benoit thought he had outsmarted Taz, but it was not the case. Oh, they're going to the outside. Face first into the steel steps goes Chris Benoit. Even a classic wrestling matchup like this is going to get ugly here in Extreme Championship Wrestling. It's just the nature of this promotion. We're always going to take it to the extreme. And Taz comes across the back of Benoit's head with that folding chair. And face first goes the Tasmaniac. And Benoit scores with the chair. When you buy a front row seat here in Extreme Championship Wrestling, you certainly get your money's worth. You may lose the chair, but you get your money's worth. Belly to belly on the outside. Now this is hardcore wrestling. Benoit's going for the ride. No, it's the Tasmaniac who goes face first into the steel ring post. And again. Well, this matchup has made its way back into the ring. Benoit setting up the Tasmaniac for will probably be a superplex. Will he hit? Benoit going all the way to the top turnbuckle. Will he hit? Yes, superplex by Benoit. That should be all for the Tasmaniac. And imagine going into the November to Remember with a loss. The Tasmaniac has to face the shooter. Covered. 2-0, 2.5. 2.5. Somehow the Tasmaniac manages to kick out this matchup so important to both men. I mean, it would be so psychologically damaging to have to go into the November to Remember, the two-night spectacular, with the loss here on television. And as Benoit cinches in the Boston Crab, I am told we are going to a commercial break to rehab a decision. Wait a minute! What? What do you mean we're waiving a commercial? We can't do that. We can? We can? We are! We're going to waive our final commercial break. We are going to air this match in its entirety. But I am being told that the main event on Saturday night, November 5th, at the ECW Arena, second night of the November to Remember, Shane Douglas defends the ECW World title against former WCW World Heavyweight Champion Ron Simmons. The franchise versus the All-American. Cover, 2 count only. Douglas Simmons, the franchise, the All-American. Saturday night, November 5th at the ECW Arena. T-bone suplex by Taz. He needs to make the cover. 1, 2, and no. Benoit gets his foot on the bottom rope. And can you imagine Benoit losing here to the Tasmaniac on television with that in the back of his mind, having to face Sabu at the November to Remember? Neither one of these athletes can afford to lose this matchup. Snap suplex by Chris Benoit, lightning quick, he can do it all. 1, 2, and now the Tasmaniac has his foot on the bottom rope.
Slow count.
Benoit complaining of a slow count, but the referee's calls have been consistent thus far. Well-placed elbow by Benoit. And the Tasmaniac scores with an old favorite here in Extreme Championship Wrestling.
Low blow. Low blow. Come on, low blow.
Headbutt that sounds Benoit crashing to the canvas. Benoit doing anything and everything not to get pinned by the Tasmaniac. As I said, neither one of these athletes can afford to lose this matchup. So close to November to remember. Powerbomb by Chris Benoit. 1, 2, and no! The Tasmaniac somehow manages to kick out. And Benoit can't believe it. T-bone suplex once again by the Tasmaniac. Cover, 1, 2, and somehow Benoit manages to escape the pinfall after a Tasmaniac T-bone suplex. Scoop and a slam. Benoit going to the second turnbuckle, drops the leg. Nicely done. Here's a cover, 1, 2, and no! 2 count again.
1 minute remains in this match. 1 minute.
9 minutes have elapsed. 1 minute remains. Who will get the pinfall? Who will go in to the November to remember with this victory under their belt? Go behind by Benoit, reversal. German suplex with a bridge. 1, 2, and no. That's odd. A bridge by the Tasmaniac. That softens the impact of the suplex. Usually he just tries to drive you through the mat and cover what's left.
30 seconds left. 30 seconds.
30 seconds remain. Chris Benoit sitting to the top turnbuckle. This should be the coup de grace, the diving headbutt. He hit. That should be all. Cover. 1, 2, and no! The Tasmaniac escapes at 2 3/4. Benoit going to the top again. The Tasmaniac is up. And now Taz goes up. Northern Light suplex. Both men's shoulders are down. There's the bell. Who won the match? We've got the franchise standing by with comments as soon as we know who won this matchup. Until next week, this is Joey Styles saying, keep it extreme.
Time limit draw. Time had expired.
As I stand here before you today, as the man who has declared himself the world's heavyweight champion of the Wrestling Federation that has blazed the trail, that has taken this sport back to being a sport, away from being a wrestling cartoon, away from being a weekly sitcom. I stand here as the greatest athlete in this sport today, bar none. So Ron Simmons, my advice to you, my friend, on November 5th, the November to remember. Don't miss it, Philadelphia, because I'm going to take Ron Simmons and show him what the sport of wrestling is all about. Ain't no shoulder pads in the dressing room for you, Ron, so football's just out of the game. I don't care how good of a football player you were. It doesn't mean crap to me. November to remember will be the date for you to remember Ron Simmons as recognizing the franchise as the one and only world's heavyweight champion.